Next up, sports talk. Next up, sports talk. Welcome back to another video. This one's going to be quite interesting today, to be very honest with you, because I had to sleep on this one. Yeah, we got to sleep on this one. We're talking about FRAY, the new addition to the Reggae Boyz squad for the October window for the 2025 CONCACAF World Cup qualifiers. You already know from here, from Francis, it's World Cup. That is the goal. That is the sole mission. World Cup, and we need to collect points in every window so that we complete the mission. So that at the end of the November window, we've punched our ticket to the 2026 FIFA World Cup next summer. But before we get into that, I'm definitely going to ask you, feel free to like and subscribe to the channel. It's free 99. It's free 99. Don't cost you nothing, but definitely it helps with the growth and the visibility of the channel. Going to continue to give you the best content that I personally can, and hopefully that you enjoy the content that I put forward. Yes, it's not going to be for everybody. Not everybody is going to enjoy it, but I hope that you can understand and you can pick sense from nonsense when it comes to the message that I'm pushing. It's not even about your emotions and your feelings. It's literally about what I see when it comes to the Reggae Boyz and the breakdown of the team. And no, I'm not a coach of no high level. What I am is somebody that loves the sport, has played the sport for a long time, and do my due diligence, my homework, and study the game. Saying all that to say this, definitely want to thank my Lord and Savior for another one, because without him, none of this would be possible. God is the greatest. Yeah, God is the greatest. One Father God. I'm going to continue to say thank you to my Lord and Savior for another one. Let's get right into the video and waste no time. We're talking about the one FRAY. Ladies and gentlemen, we talking about FRAY. FRAY has been a player, from my understanding, has been wanting to be a part of the Reggae Boyz squad for a while. He was supposed to get a call up in September. For whatever reason, he was dealing with some injuries, and he didn't actually make it for the window. This time around, we got FRAY a part of the window. Just in time, a lot of people would say, just in time for the absence of Isaac Hayden, who picked up a yellow card and thus is on a suspension. So FRAY was inserted into the starting lineup to play that CDM role for the Reggae Boyz in this October window. First game against Curacao on a turfed surface, right? A tough surface to play on. FRAY obviously has a long list of accolades on his resume, so he comes in highly recruited and highly sought after for a while now. Now, going to the game itself, I personally said from watching the game 3 times, not 1, not 2, but 3 times. 3 times I watched the game just to see how FRAY played in that CDM role. And I've clearly said it before. I say it again now, more in detail of why I think FRAY should not play CDM for the Reggae Boyz squad. The reason why is because the style of play. It just comes down to the style of play. The style of play does not suit FRAY to play that CDM role. Does he have the skills and the ability and the quality to play that role? Yeah, I believe he does. I believe he really has those skill sets and that ability to play that role. But for whatever reason, it just didn't look good for FRAY against Curacao. Me bust a blank for that one. Don't forget, if you reach this far in the video, like up the video. It's free 99. It's free 99. Don't cost you nothing. And definitely talk to me in the comment section, and I'ma talk back. You know that. Personally, myself. Now let's get back to it. FRAY is the type of player that, from my understanding from watching him play, he likes to be involved in the play. He likes to be involved in the game, right? But the style of play that the Reggae Boyz play is long ball, direct ball, whether it's up the sideline or Dexter Lambikisa, Richard King, Damian Lowe, whoever it is that got the ball on that back line, they're not going to play the ball through the CDM, thus playing it through the 8 to the 10, or playing it from the CDM to the wingers, whether it's Tyrese Campbell, Ronaldo Cephas, Damari Gray, Leon Bailey, whoever it is. They're going to play it from the back line all the way to the front line to either Bailey Catamartiri, Shamar Nicholson, Warner Brown, Mikel Antonio, Ramon Burr, whoever is up front, they're going to kick that ball long. So if you've looked at the way that Isaac Hayden played the game, Isaac Hayden is okay, right? Sitting back, not really getting too many touches on the ball. You know, he gets his little touch when Andre Blake passes to either King, Holgate, Damian Lowe, Dexter Lambakisa. He's going to get a quick touch, and then they're going to swing that ball all the way forward for one of the strikers to make a run, and they're going to start the play from there. Ian FRAY was frustrated, in my opinion, because he wants to be involved in the play. He tried to play the 1-2 with Dexter Lambakisa. He tried to play the 1-2 with Richard King, with Ethan Pinnock, and the 1-2 wasn't there. He wanted to build up the play from the back, but that's not the way the Reggae Boyz play. That's not the style of play. So already you can tell that the way he likes to play the game, being around the players that he's played with already, it's not going to work. That's the reason why he was so far up the pitch. He was almost, more often than not, at least 70 to 80% of the time while he was on the pitch, standing almost right next to John Russell. So Bobby Reid, being the high IQ player that he is, realized that, well, if Ian FRAY, being the CDM, he's supposed to be in front of the center backs, is all the way beyond the halfway line, then he has to now drop back and play that 6th role. So he really can't play the role that he was set out there to play. That's because they're not giving him no pass. They're not giving him no action into the game. So automatically, it's going to be a bad decision for the coach to put him in a situation like knowing that you know how the team likes to play. They're going to resort back to default setting. They're going to resort back to getting the ball from Andre Blake on a goal kick or from a save. They're going to roll it out to one of the center backs, and they're going to launch it forward. Long ball. Direct ball, they call it in modern game. Long ball, I call it. And the play is going to develop in the opponent's end, whether Bailey or one of the strikers can get onto the end of it, then passing to Tyrese Campbell, or maybe John Russell can get into the play, seeing that he was the 10, and make something happen. But he's not going to get as much action as he's probably used to getting on the ball. A lot of players are not going to be happy with playing like that. So automatically, just the way the style of play is, it pushes him out of position. Automatically out of position. And it's not going to look good. It's going to look really bad. It's going to look really bad, and that's exactly what happened. It's Ian FRAY right here. That's exactly what happened. It did not look good for one Ian FRAY. So that's why I said you might as well either play him in the 8 because he's a little bit further up the field. He has the skills. He can travel with the ball. He can make passes. He's not a great tackler, but he'll get himself in position to make some plays. Put him in that position if you're going to put him in that position, even though, again, that's playing him outside of his position because he plays right back. But are you going to take Dexter Lambakisa off the field and put Ian FRAY there? No, because again, Dexter Lambakisa is also used to playing that long ball. He knows the style of play. You get the ball and you launch it forward, and we start the attack that way. He looked out of place. He left the back line open. The first goal, in my opinion, was caused because of Ian FRAY just totally being out of position, not used to the style of play of the Reggae Boyz, and it cost the team the first goal. Now we're climbing out of a hole, being 1 goal down. Bobby Reid, obviously not being familiar playing with Ian FRAY and understanding the way that the boys play together, you can see the lack of trust. You can see the frustration setting in, because football is football, but you also need a little bit of that chemistry. You need a little bit of, the understanding of, this is where I like the ball. This is what happens when the game is in this situation. So when the ball is on the back line, you're not going to get a touch. The ball is going to go forward. It's going to be kicked forward. Your touches come from tackling, turning over the team, getting the ball either to the center backs, to the wing backs, or if you can, get the ball to the midfielders or the wingers, and that's it. That's the way Isaac Hayden plays the game. He tackles hard, he defends, and he gives the ball to the offensive players to make plays. from me watching the game against Curacao, Ian Frey does not play like that. So it's going to be an absolute problem because he's going to go forward. He's going to travel forward, and it's going to cause a problem for the team because there's going to be holes. He's going to find himself always having to run back and defend in a disadvantaged position. Isaac Hayden is always in position. For the most part, Joel Latibo there is always in position. Kavor Anderson, even though he travels forward, he knows by playing with the team a lot, understanding the style of play, to get back and be in position to defend. What is he known to do? He got to defend. He knows he has to travel back and defend. Ian Frey doesn't really understand that. Yeah. If you put Ian Frey at the right back position, to say, for instance, yeah, while we're on the topic of Ian Frey, then he's going to want to overlap. Now, it's a good thing you got Tyrese Campbell there that likes to run back. But if Ian Frey is so eager to overlap, Dexter knows when he can overlap and when he cannot. That means that right back position, again, is going to be open and susceptible. Now, if you have Richard King on the same side, Richard King now has to defend not one, but two attackers coming at him in space. And we know what that's like. And if you don't know what that's like, just watch the games. It'll be nothing good. His hand going to be behind his back, trying to figure out which one of these offensive players should I slow down? Should I stop the ball? Should I stand in between them to make sure that if he makes a pass, I can get to him in time? So there's a lot of factors that go with that. But the reason why Coach McLaren played Ian Frey is because he can handle the ball. He's comfortable on the ball. He can make plays with the ball. But for the Reggae Boyz, that CDM role is not really about you being dominant on the ball. It's about your tackling. It's about positional awareness. It's about supporting the back line, turning over the opponent, and giving the offensive players an opportunity to go on a counterattack. We did not see that against Curacao. And those are some of the reasons I believe that Ian Frey should not play CDM. Will the coach be stubborn and play him again in CDM? He just might. He just might. We're going to have to wait and see. But that's just my little take. You let me know in the comment section whether you agree or disagree. I'm going to be in the comment section and we're going to talk about what I just said in this video. If you reached this far, subscribe to the channel. Yeah? Hit the like button because they're both free. 99. Free 99. My boss blanket, each and every one of you. Each and every one of you. I'm so thankful for your time. Yeah, as we continue to run up the content and give you the content and we talk about it because we are looking forward to the game against Bermuda. It's time to prepare for Bermuda. But we have to talk about the things that we struggled with against Curacao so we don't do it against Bermuda. Peace and love, blessing. Again, God is the greatest. Thank you to each and every one of you. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Ian Frey, decent footballer. We're playing CDM with the style of play of the Reggae Boyz. It's not going to work, in my opinion. But you talk to me in the comment section. Let me know. Peace and love. I'm out.